And welcome back to some geriatric gaming. Shy Sox Fan 11 here, just with a quick updated video. We're taping this literally the day of rank reset. As you can see, we're back down to purple ranks. It's the 13th, and everybody's rank is reset. And that's relevant because what we're talking about is MMR today. And we had put out a video after the first day of MMR talking about our skepticism and the way MMR worked. And I want to just share my final thoughts on the way MMR worked for me, at least through 3 days of playing. And I was able to play some pretty steady killer. We streamed on both the Wednesday and Thursday night that MMR was activated and got a lot of matches in. We got probably in the neighborhood of, I'd say, maybe 25 to 30 killer rounds, maybe more than that, over the course of the 3-day period. And we also got a handful of survivor rounds, some that we played with friends and some that we played as solos. And initially I said that the MMR system was not working and was going to be a problem again, and that apparently there were bugs in it. I will say this, as the days wore on, as we worked our way into Thursday and into Friday morning, MMR for me started functioning better. And I don't know what that means. A perfect example of that was the Huntress, a killer I don't play very often. I played some matches with her, and MMR should have given me comparatively easy lobbies compared to what I get with the Pig, who I've gotten to rank 1 with and have had a lot of success with. And yet, the lobbies I got for Pig were seemingly worse than the lobbies I was getting for Huntress, which made absolutely no sense whatsoever, at least in the beginning. I had a Demigorgon round. Demigorgon's a killer I literally never play and have only just started to pick up and have not really had any success with him. And like the first game I played with Demigorgon, I pretty much had an all red rank lobby, and they did say that that ranks meant nothing during MMR, and there's obviously potatoes in red rank just like there are in every rank. But that being said, I was not facing potato survivors in my Demigorgon round. I believe there were 3 rank 1s in the lobby and a rank 2, either a rank 2 or a rank 3, and every single one of them played like that. One of my Huntress rounds was like that as well. I literally played against a godlike Quentin who basically greeted every pallet, refused to drop pallets, knew exactly how to run loops, knew exactly where I could throw hatchets and where I couldn't, and just, he was the best of the survivor group I faced in one of these particular rounds, but by no means was he the only capable survivor. Everyone in the group I faced were all very, very good at playing against Huntress and knowing how to work her weaknesses against her and to not play up to her strengths. And again, for killers that I don't play very often, it seemed very strange that was the lobbies I was getting, and I was getting literally harder lobbies than I was getting as Pig. Well, as we moved into that second day of MMR, I will say it felt like matchmaking improved. And I don't know if it was something in the testing that took into account what was going on in these matches. I think I read somewhere as the developers said that to some extent everybody's rating was set back to a certain number or stagnant starting point for everybody. But I will say that as I played more and more matches, the killers that I did not play nearly as often, my lobbies got easier. The ones I didn't do as well with, my lobbies got easier. I played a Demigorgon round that will be up on the channels shortly that was, evident of that. It was not an atrocious lobby, but it was, it certainly wasn't an all red rank and playing like they're all red rank lobbies. So I got a lobby that I should have gotten as a Demigorgon player of my capability. I played a Clown round, which is up on the channel, and much like that, I don't play Clown that often. When I do, sometimes I'm successful with him, other times I'm not. And I got a lobby that kind of fit my skill level for that. The more I played with MMR, the more it seemed that I was getting lobbies that really did work with my skill level and was what I thought. The glaring exception to that, I will note, is with Piggy, who, again, I have far more rounds with her than I do any other killer, and I continued to see not lobbies that were too difficult, but frankly lobbies I thought were too easy. And I only had really one good lobby in all the pig rounds I played. And it's not like I played 100 of them, but I played as many pig rounds as I did anybody else, and with the exception of one sweaty lobby, which you will also see coming up on the channel shortly in one of our upcoming videos, with the exception of that, I did not really have what I thought were solid lobbies, and pretty much every match I had was pretty easy, except for the one match that was against pretty much an all red rank Sabo breakout flashlight squad that a 4-man that played very efficiently and presented a very, very difficult challenge to me. So with the exception of that, I thought I was getting shortchanged in my piggy lobbies for competition. But for everybody else, things started to even themselves out a little bit. There were still some abnormalities. I played a Wraith round that I pretty much wiped the floor with a lobby that just wasn't, I didn't think, all that good. My Trapper lobbies seemed a lot harder than I thought they should have been. But even my Huntress lobbies seemed to improve as I played more games, where I was getting lobbies that weren't nearly as good as the one with the Quentin in it and the team that was so super efficient. Another killer I don't play very often is Legion. We'll have a Legion match that'll be coming up on the channel shortly. And again, I got a lobby I thought comparable to what I should have gotten as Legion for what I play with him and how I play and my success rate with him. And of course, the defining factor on whether or not MMR might be working or not was I played Nurse, who I literally never play except to DPIP and to practice, because I'm still not very good with Nurse. And that match will be going up at some point on the channel as well. And we'll just say that the lobby I got for Nurse was really, really equivalent to my skill level with Nurse. So final thoughts on MMR after the 3-day event. This is a couple days late, but I wanted to share it. I'm more optimistic about MMR after this test than I was after the first two. After the first two, you would have had no way to convince me it was going to work at all. It seemed like it was just an utter, unmitigated disaster. It literally was putting terrible people in with people that were gods at the game, and vice versa. I mean, it just was a disaster. And my experiences, personal ones, the first two times around really illustrated that. That's why we have an entire content list of a playlist of matchmaking fun, which by and large were matches taken from those first two tests that were just complete debacles. That being said, this test I think went a lot better. What I've heard from feedback from other people in the community is that their experiences went a lot better, and hopefully that means the developers, whatever they're doing behind the scenes, are getting closer to having a system that might actually work for everybody. And if it does, well, that will hopefully be good for the game. I've heard some people say there are reasons why a working MMR won't be good for the game, but matchmaking as it stands now tends to not be very effective. And if nothing else, if it gives you an opportunity to play killers you normally don't play and not be completely trounced by people that are well above your skill level at that point, if it gives you an opportunity to learn them, well, if it does nothing else but that, it'll be a positive step in the right direction for the game, and for that, I would welcome it. Anyway, that's my thoughts on MMR on this third test, a final thought and sort of an amended thought, and maybe a little bit of change of mind with it. So please feel free, comment below and tell me what your experiences with MMR were, how you like it, what you think it will mean for the game, and if you think the developers can get it right. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. And again, keep an eye out. We'll be having in the next 2 weeks plenty of the matches we had from the MMR experience this time around will be showing up, so you'll be definitely seeing some killers you normally don't see on the channel popping up as I experimented a great deal while MMR was on. And I hope you enjoy those matches. I hope you enjoy the rest of the content on the channel. Please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Both would mean a great deal to us as we grow the channel and help us with the YouTube algorithm. We release new videos on a daily basis, And you can follow us over on Twitch at Geriatric Gaming 11 and get notified whenever we go live over there. Until the next time, thanks again so much, everybody, for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next Dead by Daylight.